But look, man, I wanted to ask y'all because we were texting about it early in the week. Is James Harden wrong for wanting out after he wanted Westbrook there and it didn't work out?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, snap.
I
don't have a problem with him asking to leave. I have a problem with the way he's doing it. That's my issue.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like here we are again, getting a glimpse into the mind of a star that we haven't really dove that deep into. He really hasn't given us reason to dive into his psyche, the way he operates as it pertains to things that go on off the court. His work ethic, all of this stuff. The way he approaches the game, and now all of those things are now in question because of how he's handling this situation.
Yeah,
and I'm kind like I say that he's wrong for wanting out. I say he's wrong for that, but I understand it from a player standpoint, but the way you're doing it is totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
Okay.
Like, he's been there for 8 years. They were the franchise who saw potential superstardom in him because previously he was Sixth Man of the Year, and he's surpassed everything. And this offseason has been a very turbulent offseason. I mean, the guy who brought you in,
gone.
The coach who's been coach the last 4 years, gone. So, and then you just see all these changes, and then you see your team, how they played against the Lakers, and you're like, all right, I want gone. The problem is, it's the matter of fact the way he's doing it, and now the hit pieces are coming out about him.
Right. The stuff that people didn't really know about.
Right, and the problem, and once again, I don't want to take any. I'm not taking any shots at her, but you have your mother as your agent, and I don't know who's your manager, but you're allowing these shots to be taken at you when you can come back at Houston and you can say, well, Tillman Fertitta is a bad owner. He's the reason why Mike D'Antoni, because it was almost ageism charges against him. He didn't want to go into the luxury tax the last 2 seasons, so he didn't really want to win.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't, so he's not trying to help me win, and he's forcing the general manager's hand. But because you don't have the right apparatus around you, you're just taking all this stuff.
Well,
right. As our former manager, shout out to Mark, you're taking it.
He told Brandon that, bro, you just gonna sit there and take it.
Over there taking it.
But look, so my question to you all is that since you all say that he's doing it wrong by trying to leave the team, so what's the right way to leave a team in this particular situation, though?
I mean, if you want out, and this is just me, if you want out, just keep it out of the media. Tell your agent, look, you request a trade. I'm ready to go. But unfortunately for James, he got all this extra stuff going on that's gotten out.
But B, in these days, that's hard to do. You just said keep it out of the media.
Yeah, that is.
Do you know how hard it is, B?
Well, yeah, and it's double hard for him because of all of the mini circus that's going on around him. Training in Vegas and Atlanta, quote unquote training, and and all of that.
There's a way to do it. It's the way Kobe did it in 2007. Kobe said, I want out. And so the Lakers, but he didn't, he still showed up. He still practiced. He still played the games, but he wanted out. And what he did was he forced the Lakers to make certain moves.
Right.
That's the professionalism that you do. You state that you want out and you do it. Anthony Davis kind of pussyfooted around, but he still was a professional.
Yeah.
That was a difference. I think he had 1 year left on his contract.
Right.
Yeah, he had 1 year left on his contract, and the Pelicans ownership respected him enough and said, "Okay, you want to trade? You want out? Okay, dude, you pay. We drafted you. You play here 7 years. Okay, you got 1 year left. We'll let you go. Go ahead."
Right.
Yeah.
So
And there's
another
not
question
many.
to y'all.
It's not many people
What-
out here that's going to give James Harden the benefit of the doubt right now, because of his his record in the playoffs, his resume in the playoffs, and then the fact that it's little stuff like James Harden doesn't take care of his body the way that a superstar normally would.
He does. He actually does.
Yeah.
And this is another thing that no one knows about, and this is the problem: is after games, he goes out with the coaches and shoot, and then lift weights, and then lift weights. But that's the problem I'm having. Like, why are you allowing all this stuff to be said about you and not open your mouth and defend yourself?
So why does he look like Clarence in a uniform then if he takes care of his body?
Because
like where's all this work going?
Because that's how his body looks like. Like that picture that went around on whatever the game it was.
Right.
That was a bad angle shot. Because if you watch the game, you see that he actually came in really good shape, but it was a bad angle shot. It was
right. And that's and a lot of people picked that up and ran with it. But what people don't understand is, when it comes to pictures can be manipulated in so many
Photoshop
in
so many ways.
Everybody has a basic editing feature on their phone.
Right.
Android or Apple, you got a basic feature on your phone, and then you can add in Photoshop or Lightroom or whatever.